Yay, yay, yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, what a talk about a rapid response team. I'm just making this little recording to say Terra Lumination says thank you. This is just a little response to the recent survey to the first responders. Again, I thank you so much. We've learned a lot already just in the last 24 hours. I've taken all your tips and all your clues and all your feedback, and I've been doing a lot of homework. And there's still a lot more to do, but I just wanted to show you so far. Now let's just do this. Hold on, stay there. First of all, here's what I discovered. YouTube itself is having big challenges. Apparently there's some kind of major boycott going on with advertisers because they're fed up with like fake like fake channels and fake websites that create a lot of bogus crap just to get subscribers, just to get advertising revenue. And apparently a lot of the big name advertisers have pulled out. And so a lot of the YouTubers apparently who have already been very successful and they rely very heavily on their advertising revenue to keep going, apparently they've taken a really big hit. Now, of course, the beautiful thing here about Terra Lumination is that we're so tiny that it's like we hardly even knew in the first place. So I don't even know if Terra Lumination will be affected, but we'll see as time goes on. Terra Lumination still has to do this, what they call the monetized thing. Otherwise, it's just an awful lot of work for nothing happening, and I have to find a way to monetize it, and it's the whole YouTube thing. So it's just a global thing. It's not just Terra Lumination. All the creators and providers, they're all trying to figure it out, how to stay alive on YouTube and make it work so that you guys can have awesome fun and awesome content and have a lot of freedom of choice without being strapped down by these like big things like corporations or whatever. So you have a lot of freedom, okay, which is what I love. That's why I love doing this and why I want to continue. And I really want to continue for you, everybody, because it's so much fun. And I love the feedback, and I get a lot of encouragement to want to keep going. So it's a question of how. All right, so we're learning. So in the survey, we asked a few questions, and here's some of the replies. Yes, here's what I discovered. There is a way to do payment processing without actually needing a PayPal account. Now, this is for people who want to get a private reading, but they don't have PayPal and they don't have Skype, but they might have a debit card or a credit card. So in time, we're going to figure it out. So you can just like going to your coffee shop, you can just swipe your card, or however it works. It's going to go through PayPal by the look of it. Flutterby22 suggested something else, but I discovered in my homework that PayPal does the same thing, and I'm already fully accounted with PayPal. So we're just going to stick with PayPal because most people know it. Okay. Next, yes, again, thanks to Flutterby, doing a lot of homework and remembering something with another client, DQ. There is a way to get private readings without Skype. Okay. I still have to figure it out. I'm still learning how to do all this stuff, but it does work. We've done it once before and it worked, apparently. In some ways, it's actually better than Skype. Okay. Now, about the other parts of the survey, like these events and ticketed things and ways to get private readings like super cheap. Remember on one of the surveys, we were asking like, how about we do these live events, or these just ticketed events, or maybe just a ticketed like thing, and everybody puts in $1, and when we reach a certain level, like 30 or 60 or something like that, then we stop the event. Or we make it a live event and people put in $1 and we just have fun anyway. But the whole point of that live event is to collect enough dollars from like single people, and they all put $1 in the hat, just like we do with the live events. And we shake up the hat and we pull names, and at the end of it, instead of just getting your little free mini reading online, you actually get a full private reading, like as if it was a paid reading, the whole full-blown thing. Okay, and like right now they're like 25 and 45 for the essential and the complex. But what we're thinking of is I might have to, because what I've discovered, I've been looking around. Apparently the tarot illumination prices are like low or really low compared to a lot of the like big name professional tarot people out there who've been doing it a long time. I'm not trying to compete with them. I'm not in their league, but it's still serious business. So the whole idea with that event thing, or that ticketed, let's call it, sorry, it's an opportunity, okay? Opportunity. Basically, you put $1 in the hat, and somebody, random selection, the name gets pulled out of the hat, and they get their reading. Especially cool is if we can get up to like the $45, $55, $60 mark, like with a ticketed event, then somebody out of that gets a full-blown reading. And because it's only $1 to get in, if you didn't get it, it's not too much pain. At least you had a chance. You know, it's like buying one of those lottery tickets. So anyway, you know, we're not doing it yet. I'm just giving you some feedback about what we've learned so far. So that the little lottery might be a good way to go. We'll see. Next, apparently, like with events, like real shows, like getting really serious, apparently, yes. It sounds like ticketed events might work with a host and guest speaker and audience participation, and it looks like it's a possibility, okay? I know the technology's there. It's going to cost something to bring these things in, and that's partly why it has to be a ticketed event. And I know, and I've helped some other people get set up with their ticketed events, because I really love doing development for other people, but I've never really done this for myself. So it's a very steep learning curve. It sounds strange, but you know, anyway, so the idea would be maybe just for $1 or something, or $2, I don't know how much, but we organize it properly and we pick a subject like how to deal with divorce, or how do you deal with breakups in romance and stuff like that, you know, or what's going to happen with this retrograde, or whatever it might be, you know, whatever the subject is, and the audience can, you know, put in ideas for the subjects, and then we'll bring a guest speaker. Now, I know someone who's incredibly successful at doing something like this already, sort of in the healing arts, and they do it with all these famous people. But the whole thing about tarot illumination is none of us are really famous or rich and everything. And wouldn't it be cool if, like, we had our own moderators, our own guest speakers from our own crowd, and we bring in the audience from our own crowd, and then we don't have to answer to anybody, you know? And so it's just an idea. But anyway, I wanted to say so much thank you to the first responders from Tarot Illumination, okay? I love you guys. I really do. Thank you for all the support and the feedback. Please hang in. Like somebody mentioned, we've got a big fat cluster bleep of retrogrades coming in right now. So hang in. Everything feels like it might be slowing down. That's normal. Take advantage of the situation to go deep go deep, and figure out what needs to be figured out, okay? All right, so I'm going to check out now, people. It's been really, really super having you. I want to toast you. I want to thank you. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. I hope to see you all soon on another live show or another reading, okay? Good night, everybody.